at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
You know, Peter, there's a player down there who I've always admired, Carlos Puyol. This game is not all about technique and skill. You need big hearts too, and they don't come any bigger than Puyol's.
Yeah, that is one leader of men. Threads one in. Beckenbauer is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his...
It's Vieri! And for a moment, time stood still. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Little pass back.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's a good ball out wide. Maicon. He's a sharp little ball here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. So what can they make of this? Well, that pass isn't the best. Bellingham. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And this is from Mario. Decent chance! There it is! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Vieri. Oh, he's bustling. Ibrahimovic! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Now it's Hullet. That's very neat. Van Dijk, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Looking to play him in. Well timed, excellent interception. Busquets. Nesta. Pressing high and with purpose. Rivaldo. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Bale.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Maldini. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He has found the way through. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And he's well positioned here. He's picked his way through. There's the shot! He's got away with one there. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a good ball. And Cruyff! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Is there any support? Shot goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Snyder.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And here's Romario. Gattuso. Strokes it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bellingham. Konate is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. It's a pretty loose pass. Driving forward. And it's Romario. And reclaimed it in a and that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Here we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He rises! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Romario. Romario couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, Vieri! Beckenbauer. Rivaldo. Pass somewhat off target. Busquets. Now it's Vieri. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Nice interception, well timed. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Michael, under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And it's Romario. Romario puts his foot on the gas. He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Maldini. Beckenbauer. Rivaldo. So we've reached the hour mark. And it's Ibrahimovic. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Michael. Beckenbauer. And here's Rivaldo. Played back. Played into space. Chance! They've scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 18.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
14. Numero
That
13.
has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Zico proves just a little bit too strong.
Numero 19. Eto'o. Il numero 21. Attenzione, un cambio.
Busquets. Now it's Rafael Leao. Mateus could try cutting inside here. Ball driven towards the far post. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Eto'o. Valverde. Pele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Quality ball. Now it's Pele, and he's managed to get free. Plenty to aim at here. Maicon did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Cross into the box. Eto'o does really well there, he is strong. Rafael Leao, and he's been shifted off it. And it's Valverde. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals. Louisville really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Zico, and he's had a hit! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Mateus.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Pele, he's had a shot! Eto'o. And we're done. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we've just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner, and they did just that.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.